Francis Atwoli, the COTU Secretary General, yesterday hosted close allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga at his residence in Kajiado. That meeting is significant politically speaking, and I want us to go into that meeting and discuss probably what was discussed right inside there. This is what Francis Atwoli updated on his official Twitter handle. He's saying, I hosted Junet Mohammed, David Murathe, Honorable Peter Kenneth, Honorable James Orengo, and Honorable Raphael Tuju at my Ildamat home, Kajiado, today on political consultative meeting. So which means this meeting was not the ordinary or the usual lunch meeting they always host there. And James Orengo also updated, catching up with my colleagues, hosted by Francis Atwoli in Kajiado. Why is this meeting significant? And what were the objectives of this meeting? I want us to look at the objectives of this meeting. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button now, so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, please, I want you guys to give this particular video thumbs up. Now let us get back to business. Francis Atwoli is not your ordinary Kenyan. And Francis Atwoli yesterday hosted close allies of Raila Odinga and close allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta at his residence. And this meeting, in my considered opinion, is significant for several reasons. Number one, Francis Atwoli, of late, within ODM circles, is being accused of the one who engineered or who caused havoc in Matungu constituency during the by-election. Majority of ODM supporters strongly believe that Francis Atwoli supported the ANC candidate fully, and that's why the ANC party managed to run havoc on the ODM party in that particular by-election. Number two was the presence of Raphael Tuju. For a very long time, and personally, it's the first time I'm seeing Raphael Tuju attending these Kajiado meetings. Raphael Tuju is not your ordinary member, or is not your ordinary Kenyan. He's the Secretary General of Jubilee Party. Raphael Tuju is the eye of President Uhuru Kenyatta in Jubilee Party, which means the presence of Raphael Tuju in this meeting signifies the presence of Jubilee Party for the first time in these particular meetings. The third thing is that this meeting came at a time of a talk of a fallout within President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga circles. As a matter of fact, because of those talks of fallout, President Uhuru Kenyatta had to go to current residence to personally talk to Raila Odinga. And of course, we've also had the possibility of a coalition talk between the deputy president and Raila Odinga. So this meeting coming at this particular time is significant politically speaking. But why do you think this meeting was being held? Several reasons. Number one is probably to congratulate Francis Atwoli. And I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Francis Atwoli on his re-election. COTU plays a key role in this country, politically, economically, and socially. And if you look at the history of COTU, Francis Atwoli is probably one of the longest serving Secretary Generals. And in the last election, Francis Atwoli was elected unopposed, which means of all the trade unions in this country, they still had faith in Francis Atwoli, or no credible opponent was willing to face Francis Atwoli. So probably these guys went there to congratulate Francis Atwoli on his re-election again as the COTU Secretary General of this country. So that probably was number one. Number two, I think, and it was the main thing, was the issue of the Building Bridges Initiative politics, the BBI. So far, there are talks that there's a major fallout within the Building Bridges Initiative process. Within Raila Odinga circles, there's those who strongly believe that the document, the BBI document, should be reopened again for further amendment. When there are those who believe that opening this document would mean starting afresh. And as a matter of fact, if you were to ask me, the best thing Raila Odinga should accept is to open this document and have a look at it again. Because BBI is not very popular with Kenyans. Of course, there are several factors which are contributing to why it's not being popular amongst Kenyans. One of them is the COVID, second, the state of economy, and the third is how it's being pushed. So it's an opportunity for Raila Odinga to allow this document to be reopened. So probably at Francis Atwoli's residence, these guys discussed the BBI document. Orengo probably pushed forward the justifications why this document need to be relooked at. And probably Junet Mohammed also put forward why this document need to be passed the way it is. So probably the BBI, the campaigns, how are we going to campaign for the BBI? They were discussing themselves. How are they going to campaign for it? In a situation where the country is facing serious challenges caused by COVID. How are they going to campaign for it? What about the referendum? Will we have the referendum this year, or should we postpone it? I am 100% certain those were all discussed in this particular meeting. Number three is 2022 politics. And let's face it, Raila Odinga and his team are learning that probably President Uhuru Kenyatta has a different strategy for 2022. And President Uhuru Kenyatta and his team are also learning that Raila Odinga is also very keen on the presidency in 2022. And because of the conflicting interest, 2022 political interest, we witnessed what happened sometimes back, which forced the president to go and look for Raila Odinga. Those are the realities. The truth of the matter is that there are those around President Uhuru Kenyatta who are not keen on Raila Odinga's presidency in 2022. These guys are pushing for someone else to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. As a matter of fact, there is even the issue of One Kenya movement. It is alleged that around President Uhuru Kenyatta, there's a team which is pushing so hard for the One Kenya movement to be allowed to rule the country at the expense of Raila Odinga. Of course, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga have always maintained that 2022 politics has never been part of their discussions. But the truth of the matter is that the president is a politician, Raila Odinga is a politician. Raila Odinga has his ambitions for 2022. President Uhuru Kenyatta also has his ambitions for 2022. So how are they going to work together? Because the truth of the matter is that without working together, without President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga working together, the truth of the matter is that they are going to face a serious challenge, defeating William Samoei Ruto. Ruto can only be defeated by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga if they are united. Any slight disunity between these two gentlemen is going to hand over victory to Ruto. And the president is well aware of this, Raila Odinga is well aware of this, but their handlers are not aware. Their handlers are also just pursuing their personal interest. So I'm sure they discussed 2022 politics. The fourth thing, which I'm certain also came up, is the issue of Wycliffe Oparanya. and William Ruto's meeting. Oparanya has been a constant face at Ildamat. I am sure without meeting William Samoei Ruto, Oparanya would have attended. Without that news of Oparanya meeting Ruto, I am certain Oparanya would have met or would have attended this particular meeting. Because Oparanya was emerging as a close confidant of Raila Odinga, and the president also had confidence in him, and they trusted him. And Oparanya has been a constant face in this meeting. Why was he missing this time around? The truth of the matter is that the issue of Oparanya and William Samoei Ruto meeting was also discussed at this meeting. Probably in the next meeting, we'll see Oparanya coming and joining this team, or Oparanya will see Oparanya deciding to pursue his own political path by joining William Samoei Ruto publicly and officially, because so far he's been avoiding that particular issue. And lastly, which is also a possibility, is that these guys went Ildamat again to to renew the bond between themselves. The truth of the matter is that after the Matungu by-election, there's been a lot of suspicion between Raila Odinga camp, Francis Atwoli. They no longer trust Francis Atwoli the way they used to do, because they believe Atwoli is pushing for Musalia Mudavadi. And also, when there was the news of Raila Odinga meeting with William Ruto, or sending Oparanya to meet Ruto, you also read the comment from David Murathe. So basically, these guys, I think they decided that, guys, let us renew our bond. Let us pursue our collective objectives. Let us pursue our interests. We can only pursue it when we are united. And how can we become united? Let us have lunch, discuss politics. If someone is straying, tujaribu tu tumweke kwa laini. I am certain those are some of the issues which were discussed at Ildamat. Of course, these guys were not here for a church service. And Francis Atwoli stated that they were doing political consultative meeting. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on this. Meanwhile, the allies of the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto from the larger Mount Kenya region also met. They met and they're putting demands to the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. Why do you think they also met? Because they met on Saturday, again they met on Sunday. Why do you think they are meeting at this particular point in time? At a time when there was the news that the Deputy President formed a team and the allies of his allies from the larger Mount Kenya region were locked out of that team. Why do you think they are meeting? That's going to be our next video. So if you get a chance, you can also comment on that, because I'll be reading those comments and then later on work on that particular video. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. You can see my face is now, at least I'm glowing back again. Hey, that thing is not easy, man. Corona. Bye-bye.